Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Fish. This is the series where I answer your questions that you leave on Discord, and we talk about the newest Guitar Gear releases. So don't forget to join the server if you've got a question for a future episode. It's actually been a while since we've done one of these. There is quite a bit to talk about. So smack a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it. That actually massively helps out with gaining the favor of the wild and wacky YouTube algorithm. Let's jump into your questions. PokeFanatics asks, Jim Root posted on his Instagram a demo of the new Fender Tonemaster Pro. However, he was playing a rather unique Charvel with a reverse headstock with the spaghetti logo and neck binding. New Jim Root signature Charvel looks like a DK24. Yeah, so PokeFanatics is absolutely right. It looks like Jim Root is teasing a new Charvel prototype. He's been a Fender guy forever. Recently, he rejoined the Charvel artist roster as well as dropping 2 new signatures loaded with Floyd's and his signature EMG Demonums. And judging by those 3 videos he posted to Instagram, this looks like a blend between his recently released San Dimas Style 1 signatures and his V4 Jazzmaster in DK24 form. Right, like you've got the dinky body, bound ebony fingerboard, looks like it has lumen lace too, like the Jazzmaster does, reverse headstock with that amazing Jackson style toothpaste logo, zebra demonum pickups, Fender style hardtail. Actually, so I guess it's basically the Jazzmaster V4 in Charvel form. The only thing it really has from his current Charvels are the dot inlays. Either way, looks sick. And amazingly, there's nothing really like this in Charvel's current lineup. That's kind of mind-blowing because it's such a simple, classic metal style guitar. I sincerely hope this isn't one of those custom one-offs that never gets put into production. Jim Root has a ton of those. We're still waiting for that sandblasted Jazzmaster Fender. Actually, that one's understandable. That's hard to mass produce, but like the black paisley ones, those are sick. But like a reverse headstock, pure metal focused Charvel with the toothpaste logo, come on, you can't not put that into production. Charvel's absolutely killing it with the ultra metal focused guitars at the moment. You got Phil Segrosso's signature, it's like the Tom DeLonge Strat that's going through its emo phase. Sean Long's signature, which is almost a hardtail version of the Jim Root San Dimas. Judging by the different colors he's been using on tour and on Instagram, that'll be getting new neon colors in the future, and I'm all for it. Bright colored guitars loaded with EMGs are so fucking metal. And now this new Jim Root one, Charvel's metal guitars are like the opposite of what BC Rich does. They're simple, they're so clean. Can you tell I'm a big fan of what Charvel's been doing recently? Side note, the Tonemaster looks like an absolute beast of a modeler. I've actually got one here that I've been dying to unbox, but my backlog is just completely out of hand. I basically had to have a come to Jesus talk with myself where I'm banned from unboxing anything new until I get through the backlog of demos that I owe you guys. And also, did anyone else see Epiphone tease their own little modeler? Looks more like a practice style rig type thing than a professional device. I can't say I'm personally interested in it over what Donner or what Harley Benton are offering in that category, but more competition between the big boys is always good for consumers. Anyways, I don't know where this little rant is going. Guitars are cool. Here's where I'll throw it to you. What do you think of this new Charvel compared to Jim Root's old ones, or even compared to his Fenders? The Jazzmaster is still my personal favorite, but damn, if those Charvels aren't tempting. Any and all thoughts? Let me know down below. Looking at these price tags though, I don't think I need to tell you guys. Guitars are expensive. Seems like just about everything is expensive these days. I think we could all stand to keep a better eye on our finances, and you can do so with the help of today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance platform. It helps you manage subscriptions, lower your bills, monitor your credit score, and build your savings all in one place. Before I started looking into buying a house, I did not realize how important your credit score actually is. It is very important for buying a house, for buying a car, for getting a loan to start a business, whatever, and you should definitely be building that now. Rocket Money alerts you on events that impact your credit score, as well as offers insights on how to improve it. It also helps you break down what you're spending money on, what subscriptions you're paying for. That information is incredibly helpful for budgeting. Like for me, what can I spend less on to save up for that birth year Les Paul? With Rocket Money, you can even cancel subscriptions with a single button tap. You never have to deal with the exhausting customer service runarounds. Rocket Money does all the work for you. They also give you a clear picture of your net worth, your cash, your debts, your investments, your retirement accounts, and shows you how it's trending. I'm someone who definitely overthinks planning for the future, so all this is really valuable to make sure I'm going in the right direction. So to download Rocket Money for free, head on over to rocketmoney.com/askafish or click the link down below in the description. Number 1, Duesenberg Fanboy asks, not sure if you've been asked about this before, but have you had any experience with Koloss guitars? They were being promoted hard on YouTube for a minute, but have vanished off the face of the earth after they were revealed to be garbage instruments with plastic necks. Did they ever reach out to you? Yeah, one of the higher-ups reached out to me directly over WeChat because I've actually visited the factory in China, in Guangzhou. And I'm not going to say what brands use this factory, but it's some pretty big names, and the guitars are generally solid. So I thought the concept was interesting. Aluminum body with a carbon fiber neck. This was right after I'd visited Illuminati Guitars in Asheville and absolutely loved the aluminum necks with carbon fiber fingerboards that I played out there. Then I saw Phil McKnight's video, and especially Arnold's video, calling out how utterly trash Koloss's execution was. Everything from the nut to the fretwork to the hardware to the electronics to what other parts are there to a guitar. Everything had issues. One of the most egregious transgressions was the highly touted carbon fiber neck and fingerboard wasn't even proper carbon fiber. It was more like a hard plastic. So immediately after watching Arnold's video, went back to Koloss and told him respectfully, nah, I'm good. The channel's been growing a lot recently. Welcome to all the new people, but for anyone who doesn't know, I put a lot of time and effort into crafting long-form videos and gear I actually want to recommend to you guys. Good endgame level gear, good affordable gear. I just want to make videos on good gear. The way the internet works, negativity, scandal, that drives clicks. And there are a lot of brands out there that are willing to pay a ton of money into marketing a truly garbage product. Look at the recent Aero guitar situation. I'm not going to say how much money I was offered, but it was substantial. I literally had to do a double take. Like, I could make so much more money if I embraced the worst parts of the internet. Most of the guitar creators that you watch could. So I'm not gonna lie, it does hurt a little when people are like, oh, you're just a shill doing it for the money. Like, bro, if I was about money, I would have used my Emory degree to go into consulting. This is a lot of work. There are no holidays, there are no weekends, there's no health insurance in the States. That's a big problem. And I can't speak for everyone, but most of us do it because we have a genuine passion for guitar gear, and just want to share our excitement for what we love with other people that understand it and will actually appreciate it. Anyways, going off on a bit of a tangent because that's been bothering me recently. But yes, Koloss reached out. No, I didn't make a video because there was no way that I could recommend that to anyone. And I've seen a lot of comments from you guys that you enjoy your guitars made in that same facility. I hope not, but did anyone actually buy those original run of Koloss guitars? I've heard rumors that they took the feedback to heart and are working on a new upgraded version, which would be sick because there was a ton of potential to the hollow aluminum body, carbon fiber neck, and fingerboard concept, but the execution, the R&D that goes into something like that is a slow process. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there, if anything. Talking about guitars I can actually recommend, keep these on your radar. Schecter is up to more sneaky product drops. First up is the Keith Merrow KM Mark III Legacy Series. We kind of suspected there'd be new Keith Merrow imports coming after they all disappeared off Sweetwater's website. They're here, and as the name suggests, they're kind of an updated throwback to some of the earlier KM models. The Mark III Legacy comes in trans black and in trans white satin, both in 25.5-inch scale length 6-string and 26.5-inch scale 7-string versions. You might remember those colors on the original KM Schecters he was playing on his YouTube channel like 10 years ago. Even the playthrough demo he used for these new models is the same one he used for the 2015 Seymour Duncan shootout comparison using a trans black burst KM Schecter. Yeah, I might be familiar with this content. For you lefties, there are left-handed versions in trans white satin. I mean, if you can only have one, that's the cooler color in my opinion. Keith Merrow is no longer a Fishman Fluence artist, which is a shame since I really liked his now discontinued pickups. Instead, they've gone for Lundgrens. That's a great choice in fairness. They have this super tight percussive chug sound. That's the best way I can describe them. Percussive, they just thump, they just hit, they just blend so well with the synchronized kick. They're a reason they're Meshuggah's go-to, and I love how Schecter is a big brand putting them on production guitars because by themselves, they're super expensive pickups hand-wound in Sweden. 3-piece maple neck through construction with carbon fiber reinforcement and mahogany body wings, 12 to 16-inch compound radius ebony fingerboard with lumen lays, 24 extra jumbo stainless steel frets, hipshot hardtail, Ernie Ball compensated nut, Schecter locking tuners. The back, it's all satin black, which I mean, it's fine, it's sensible, it's just so boring compared to the standard set by the previous Mark III artist. And that's kind of a reflection of the Mark III legacies. Overall, these aren't nearly as over the top as my Mark III artist. This is a sensible evolution to keep the spirit, the playability, and the functionality of the guitar intact without having the price point balloon completely out of control. And these colors, it's great nostalgia for those of us that grew up watching Keith Merrow's videos. And then Schecter have dropped the next model in their Made in Japan series, the PT Classic. Comes in Caribbean Fade Burst, Inferno, Transparent Black Burst, and Purple Burst, all with highly figured quilt maple tops, flame maple necks, ebony fingerboards with rounded edges, jumbo stainless steel frets with super nice ball ends. I was really impressed with the California Classic, like I just unboxed mine a couple of days ago, And man, the quality is outrageous, and the classiness of it. If you grew up with 2000s metalcore, you know what I mean. It comes in this Fender-style vintage tweed case. You don't expect a Fender to be this classy. Really liked it. Straight up one of the best Super Strats I've ever played. As I said, just unboxed it this week, and Schecter would drop one like way more right now. I'm just a sucker for a carved top T in purple. And Japanese-made guitars, man, the quality these days is something else. And now it's time to hear from yet another adoring fan. It's the high praise of the week. I tried, dude, but I hate your channel. Sorry. You know what? Fair enough. There was an attempt. That's high praise. Now that we're getting to the end of the video, if you need more guitar content, I got you. Since last episode of Ask a Fish, it's actually been a while, so I'll stick to the highlights. Uploaded a video on ENGL's new flagship, the Special Edition, Founders Edition. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm not just talking about the name, which is so confusing, even ENGL gets it wrong, calling it the Founders Edition Special Edition sometimes. But this is like ENGL's endgame amp. It does absolutely everything, a full 5 channels. Obviously it chugs, I mean, fucking look at it. But what you might not expect is it's also got super lively, clean, and crunch channels, just absolutely beastly in so many ways. Crazy Germans. Uploaded a quick breakdown of the latest PRS SEs. Highly recommend you check that out because they've added some crazy stuff to the lineup, including things that were exclusive to the US line for decades. And they've got a 20% off sale on pretty much all SEs until the end of the year, pretty much pre-pandemic pricing. PRS SE has always been great for the money, and the moves they're making now make them even more so. And lastly, uploaded a video of the new Ventera 2 Telecaster Deluxe, essentially Fender's Les Paul in disguise. My cat fucked up my finger, so I had to go with high gain slide cowboy core, and it turned out really, really well. Pretty proud of that one, actually. Links to all those in the cards and in the description. And that will do it for this episode of Ask a Fish. Massive shout out to my patrons who make each and every video possible. Their names are up on the screen right now. Consider joining them if you like what I do and want to support the channel as well. Limited time Halloween Pringle merch is back. Use code SPOOKY for 15% off everything in the store. All that really helps out. Social media, Discord, and affiliate links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for